And welcome back to another thrill-seeking episode of Heavenscape presents Valos, Twilight. I am your GM, your narrator, and all-around a fun guy. My name's Tony Stevens, and I will be leading you on this wild adventure. Now, before I get started, I'm going to remind you, go ahead and click that like button. It looks like a thumbs up. Get it. Share it. Subscribe it. Send it to all your friends. And Grandma, share it with your grandson. He needs something constructive to do with his time, and this podcast is it. Now, we're going to go ahead and introduce our crew, so I'll start at my right. Go ahead and give your name, your character's name, and a little bit of where you're at right now.
Well, my name is Quinn, and I am playing Owl, otherwise known as Talon.
Owl.
Yes,
Yeah.
just not that slowed down. I am here on a mission. People think it's one thing, maybe it's not, maybe it's something else. And I also think I just made a little friend. He seems pretty cool. I like the fact that he says his dad's cool stuff or is his cool things, and the havoc he's probably, bringing.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos.
Cool.
I'm Ronnie. I'm playing Detective James McTavish. He is not quite sure what's about to happen with this plant lady. And that's about it.
All right.
My name's Chuck. I'm playing Soul's Hammer, and we're off to see the Witchard.
See what happens.
My name is Jessica. I'm playing Adine, and we are on our way down into the tunnels we're accompanied by this mercenary group who is hopefully going to help us take out this threat to my kids and my family.
All right.
My name is John, and my mic is on,
Yes.
I think. Let me check here. Yes. And my character's name is Fortu, robot from the future. Here to make your lives better
Whether you like it or not.
by making your life into his life.
All right. Cool deal. So when we left you off, y'all were heading back to the tunnels with the Sand Shadows, led by Clinton Dirk. And he is getting along famously with everyone, as he normally does. Now, as you begin to enter the sewers, the tunnels, as it were, you begin to enter the tunnels, you notice that the plant growth is lining more of the walls. It is extended itself beyond where it was before, so it has grown even more so. But the Sand Shadows have taken point, and Clinton Dirk is staying with the rest of you. Not quite sure if you're able to defend yourselves or not, so he'll do it for you if need be. So, as you get down there, so, crazy lady, got any info on her? What are we walking into? Big old trap?
She likes plants.
That's better than cats.
Did Runestrom not show you the holo video?
Hollow video. I didn't even talk to Runestrom. I talked to you.
I just press my arm and show him the video of what she can do.
Wait a second. Rewind that. Freeze frame on her face. I've seen her before.
You have?
In your dreams?
No, during the war. Strathmore, Murdoch, and I. We were stationed out beyond the wall. We were supposed to be keeping those dag-nab reptiles back. Strathmore cut a deal with that lady, I remember it. That was right before he screwed the pooch on all of us. Left us to die.
Why would
Well.
he?
So do you have any
Screw a dog.
information? Sorry.
No, I think that's more important. What?
Do you have any information on this woman?
I just remember they used to call her the Wyld Witch. She regrew the wild. After that, nobody was allowed to leave the walls because you'd get consumed by the forest itself. It'd eat you. Nobody ever came back. Like carnivorous trees.
That's not good.
That's why the orphans know not to go near this woman.
And we all know better than to mess with a tree.
So what you're saying is we need to take her out fast.
Well, unless you want her growing a tree city.
Or you have a weed killer with you?
I got about 200 rounds. I figure we pump them straight into her, trees die.
We shall see.
But I don't know. Sure play. I'm just here to back you up.
But we definitely need to focus on her, and we need some people to focus on the vines to keep them busy. Just, we need to distract her as much as possible. Spread her thin.
Well, the way I look at it, she's probably still in cahoots with that. Well, if I didn't know he was dead, I'd still say she was working with Strathmore. Biggest threat to this world, as I see it, killing him, putting his head on a pike is about the only thing you can do with him.
Strathmore? No, Stein was the biggest threat to this world.
Oh,
He's a threat to all worlds.
Baldy's dead.
No, he's not.
We'll see. What are you gonna do, kid? You got any, handicap ready weaponry?
Something like that. What kind of deal did Strathmore cut with this lady?
I don't know. Some sort of truce or something. Got her to agree to build the wilds so that the Draken couldn't get close enough to Eloria, and so the Elorians wouldn't go near the Draken.
So by screw the pooch, you mean he arrived at a solution that would prolong the life of two species rather than just one?
Well, that's one way to look at it. Of course, betraying all his men and leaving us for dead, so that most of us are filled with cybernetics now, that's another way of looking at it. That's my way of looking at it, as I was trapped underneath boulders and rocks for days on end, starving and dehydrating. Why, are you a sympathizer?
Well, sounds like you learned a good lesson of pain.
Yeah, looks like you did too.
That I have.
Who taught you?
That's not important.
Oh, so I'm all share and you're just what? You're super secret?
Something like that. Not all of us are open books.
Not all of us are trustworthy either. Tell you what, kid, how about you take point?
Okay. I take point.
Alright, so you're walking up front. Adine, do you need to check on the kids or go see if Remy's alright, or are you going to stay with this party?
If they're heading to the witch, I don't know. I'm gonna stay with them, but I'll check in with them.
Check in with the kids?
Check in with Remy, because I have the...
I will check the kids.
You stay right
Tell me where they are.
there. You stay here. I have the calm thing to Remy.
Alright.
So I'm gonna ring him.
Underground. Well, hello, darling. It's nice to hear from you every single time that you call.
We are back in the tunnels, and we have a mercenary group down here who's going to try to help us take out the evil entity.
There's a lot of traffic going on in these tunnels lately.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe after she's gone, they'll leave us alone.
Here's to hoping. Well, maybe I will pray to Amok that his fires burn bright and take away these overgrown vines.
That would be helpful.
I wish you luck, my love. All right. So as you continue to follow, you're taking point. So you need to lead them towards the cistern. And of course, as you get closer and closer to the cistern, you notice that the plant growth, the flora, is very dense. Much more strong than it was before.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully move through it so I don't, rustle anything.
All right. As you get closer, there's a crew of the sand shadows that are actually standing with you at the cistern's mouth. They seem to be joking and laughing pretty pointedly.
What are they joking about?
You can't quite tell. I mean, you might be able to roll a perception or see if you can hear them.
No.
You can't really tell what they're joking about, but they seem to think it's pretty funny.
Well, it's good some of us can laugh.
You always gotta laugh, buddy. That's what I say when life gives you the hard breaks and you don't have enough money to afford replacement parts. Just gotta laugh.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
He gets it. So, you going down first?
Yeah.
You're the bait, right? That's why
Sure.
the cop keeps you around?
I go down the hole.
All right.
I follow down.
All right.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, where I leave a escape route, but I'll go down too.
I will scan.
So you've got
hole.
the tether that you can climb on.
Yeah.
There's a hole into the underground.
There is a hole into the underground.
All right. I will turn invisible. Let's see. Let's get my dice out.
Now, are you just turning invisible?
Yeah, let me see if where that lies.
I think you listed it as a skill.
Where are my skills? I got skills.
Where all the boxes are.
Boxes, perception, syntax. Yeah, I do. Okay. It's a skill, and it is a +1. So I do roll for that, right?
What do you have your intelligence set at right now?
10.
And you have a +1 as well?
Yeah.
You're invisible.
I'm invisible, guys. I'm
Ah,
invisible.
where did he go?
Now, as you turn invisible, are you also following them down the hole? Or?
Yes, I am going down the hole.
All right. So you all descend into the lower bowels of the cistern. And, of course, you can tell that the wild growth down there is immense, very out of control. I will leave it up to you whether or not you choose to roll perception.
I will
All right?
use an investigation to see exactly what's going on.
Okay.
I'll roll perception too.
Oh, I'm glad I rolled with advantage because that would have been really bad.
Do we know? Oh.
I'm setting your difficulty at 25.
Well,
That's
I
what I
just
got.
got an automatic 2 attribute points.
25.
Oh, you met it?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get down there, you notice that the wildlife's growing out of control. You notice that the witch isn't exactly where you left her from before. She wasn't like right up there in your face. You see Al, Heavy Metal, or Soul's Hammer, a Dean, and you don't see 4-2, nor do you see any of the sand shadows. And that's when you hear a strange beep, like a timed, rhythmic tone from just above you.
Well,
Run.
we better get out of here now.
I'd like to climb back up my escape route.
I wouldn't if I were you. But you can if you want.
There's no exit around here, right? It's just a hole. The exit's through the cistern, right?
The exit is through the cistern. Now, she's goddaughter, so you'll have to see what you feel about letting her take that route there, Soul's Hammer. Yes.
I rolled a 20 to see if there's another way to get to safety.
20's not going to cut it on that yet.
I mean, I rolled a nat 20.
Right. This is off of difficulty ratings.
Oh, okay.
So let me know what you're doing ahead of time. I can set you a difficulty rating, but
Okay.
that won't cut it right now.
Okay.
The 25 met you.
So in this moment, since we're not in combat, would it still take an entire turn for me to use the Phantom Limb and then use something else after it? Or because it's a non-combat situation, do I have more flexibility with that?
I mean, you're not really turn-based at the moment, so yeah, I can say that you're growing the Phantom Limb.
Alright, I'm going to tell everyone to gather around me. And I'm going to sprout the Phantom Limb. And I'm going to start drawing a Void Rune and try that Void Rune is out of here.
All right, so go ahead and give me a roll on the Void Rune. And I'm going to set you at 30.
Does 4-2 understand what the beeping is about?
The what?
Yes,
The
I
beeping.
think you would know that. It's technology.
It is technology-based.
So it's a bomb.
Yes, it is.
Can he know how long he has to before it goes off?
We shall see after he accomplishes his roll.
All right. He's rolling.
I'm not going to be able to, even if I had landed in that 20, I'm not going to be able to make 30.
All right, so what did you get?
Well, I got a 15, so and plus 4 from magic. So
Okay,
17.
17. You do not know right now. It's not hooked up to Wi-Fi apparently. However, as Al pushes you all back behind him and starts trying to draw symbols in the air with his new ghost arm, the explosion goes off at the mouth of the cistern. Many parts of the rubble and tree life actually start to collapse and crumble down that mouth opening. And Al, since you failed that roll, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to go and roll. So you failed it, but you didn't fail it that bad. So I'll let you roll dexterity just to see if you can get out of the way. You're going to meet a 25.
Does anyone else need to roll?
He pushed you back behind him.
So that will be. I don't think I made it. I got an 8 and then plus 8 from dexterity.
So that's at 16.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not a big enemy or anything like that. So just take a 4, whatever goes past the soak, as you are pinned underneath some rubble. Now, as Adine pointed out, you are in a lower cavity of this underground complex. The in and out that you knew of was that hole that just got blown to smithereens by you presume, the sand shadows.
We'll have to find them later and decommission them.
Get up and dust off myself as best I can, and then I'm going to talk to myself. Come on, man. If you're going to stay in my body, make yourself useful. We all good?
Oh, I
We're
4-2
fine.
is grateful for the sacrifice. Like protecting him.
Of you.
It's like, I will offer you a choice. You can either die as you are or become immortal.
Let's take a rain check.
Accepted.
Everybody keeps giving him rain checks. Not quite yet. You know, that's all I'm saying. All right. So you are in a very dark, cavernous tunnel.
I want to see if there's any sign of her.
All right. So you can go ahead and investigate for that. Go ahead and set it at 25.
Can I look around to see if there's anything else that might be helpful or useful?
I did
Okay.
not get it. I got an 18. Or no, excuse me, 19.
I would like to also
So you
investigate.
can't see any traces of her. You can see all the growth and everything, but you can't find her. You don't know where she is. All right.
No.
What'd you get?
A 4.
That is a no.
That's what I just said.
I
I
got.
agree with you. You are always right.
Is investigate intelligence?
It's hard to hate me right now.
Uh,
You are still invisible.
it's 27
You rolled 27 for what?
for the investigate.
Oh, just to see what's around and everything? Okay. So you actually start viewing the room with the several different ocular choices that you have, different senses and arrays. And
It's like Geordie's
electro-
visor.
Yeah. So you see a rainbow of tons of things that you can play with.
It's reading rainbow.
You can actually tell that some of the water system actually runs underneath here. You can tell that there are electric currents, conduits within the wall structures down here. You can actually see emerald energy pulsating from the plant life that's growing down here. And you can see what seems to be a residual green energy trail heading off in a specific direction further into this cavern.
I inform my comrades.
Are you still invisible?
Yes. So I'm just a booming voice.
The disembodied
wait.
voice.
It's a
If there's-
nearby ruckus.
If there's dust clouds, would the dust be bending around his body?
If you
Yeah.
could see with light, then yes.
Oh, maybe my helmet's got night vision.
I have one of those light sticks. You know, that you crack.
Yeah, you break it. Neon light stick.
Yeah.
It's blue. I've
Alright.
decided.
I will
Blue.
allow my hand to be visible and just it's this way.
She's blue dabba dee dee.
What's that way?
The creature we seek.
How do you know that?
I could sense her afterglow.
I start heading that direction and put my helmet up.
All right. So as you're trekking down further, you notice that this growth has completely consumed this large portion of the underground. It's probably taking up more of the system now. than the orphans and Remy and Adine would be willing to give up. All that would be left is their little small portion of the tunnels that isn't overgrown. Now, as you continue down the tunnel, this under tunnel, you do notice that there are portions of the wall you can still see etchings on, design markings through the vine work. S here, T there.
Strathmore.
Yes, he
Unlikely.
always painted his name on stuff.
Stein.
Who do we know that
Which
loves
one is
underground
it?
facilities?
Is it Strathmore? Is it Stein?
It's a mystery. Oh,
It's
no.
not a mystery.
It's fortuitous.
It's Strine.
Oh my god.
It's Steve. Y'all didn't even know
Strain.
him.
Steven.
Steven. But yeah, so you continue down this tunnel further and further until you come up to what appears to be a closed off automated door. Steel, thick.
Oh, that's what it was saying. It was saying
Does it have a control panel?
There is a control panel, yes.
Someone should open it.
We'll smash it.
Cybernetics.
Is there an
By not
open button?
smashing it.
I meant that
There is a code pad.
it's a metaphor.
Not just an open button.
Can
There's
you
a code pad.
tap in
There's
with your
a-
disembodied
there's a
hand
euphemism.
I want to try and guess it.
to the...
Yeah, I'll insert
Just
my
guessing it?
thing into it.
Yeah,
He's
just
going to
guessing
insert
it.
his thing into the thing.
Wait, he's going to try and just guess it first. I'm going to set it at
What if you get
30.
it wrong? It's going to get lost.
Huh?
That'd be
Set it at
awesome.
30.
If you guess it.
Oh, well then. Okay, well I have to roll anyways because I'm going to try it. Man, I wish that would be enough. It's not. Even though I rolled a 20 and got a 26.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Very
Rolled it
close.
at 20 at least. But
Another steel door closes off in front of that steel door.
Stick your thing in
And
it.
you hear Fortu actually curse.
that sucks.
What does the
Well,
4-2 curse sound like?
He says
Dabba dooba deep.
no, that nothing
001100.
No, what does he say? God stein it.
Now there is still that code pad there. If you want to try and
Alright.
use it.
I gently put my hand on it. Now, how do I want to do this? Let's just try the old-fashioned way. He's having inner dialogue. His inner dialogue sounds like me. He's like, okay, so we could just
The real 4-2 is just John with a VR headset.
Yeah. This is all a game to him.
He's in the future, just playing.
Yeah.
No, this is reality.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's look at the layers of security first. I want to know if there's a lockout if I try too many times.
I would assume it.
Okay, I'll assume it. Well then just good old fashioned like hacking.
Force hacking?
Yeah.
Alright, so roll intelligence. It's set at 30.
It's pretty steep. Can
Is
I
it
get my
intelligence
dice
or
out?
wisdom that you...
Get my dice out. I'm a robot. Madam.
It's my
I'm
dice
not
day.
wise.
I
What does
think
that
it's the
say?
opposite for you. I don't know why I thought that.
That is not 30.
Oh no.
Did you add it all together?
Well, I would have had to have rolled like a 20. No, I didn't make it. I got.
Alright, so a series of automated guns now come out from the walls.
Great.
They hone in on you. So you have your opportunity to evade or take
Alright, I will turn my hand back invisible.
it. And I'm gone again, guys. See ya.
I'm going to evade.
Alright, so roll dexterity if you're going to evade. And you're looking at a 20 here.
Nope.
What's your dice, buddy?
Are we all rolling deck?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
everybody.
I just realized like a hand just floated up to the panel and was like messing with it.
Well,
then
I have
fade out.
elusive as an exploit, which
And I
gives
was
me
like,
a +2 bonus.
Uh-huh.
So I got a 21.
Cool. So you
Nice.
basically tuck and roll, cartwheel, blend into the shadows.
That was really cool.
Just put it in the tray there.
If I was going to try to hack before they shot, what would I have to roll?
30.
Actually, you
evade.
know what? Can
8?
4-2 do an
I
action?
evade.
Oh, okay.
Can I like try and shield Quinn?
Why Quinn specifically? I'm just curious.
Because he
person.
shielded me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm only getting a 12 after I add my
Yeah,
dice.
he's not going to dodge.
4-2 still has a sense of like, you know, like
Purpose.
no,
Camaraderie and honor.
just honor. You know,
It's very honorable of you.
he does have a cape.
Okay, so far, Al, Detective have failed.
Mm-hmm.
4-2, do you block for Al?
Yes.
Okay, so Detective and 4-2, 6 damage. As these blasters go off and hit you with paralysis rays.
Okay.
They're starting to recycle though. You can hear them humming back up again.
Oh, here's a question. So, this is still the same scenario. So I'm like hurt from last game.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Because I hadn't had up my health since the last game, so I didn't realize we took a rest.
Well, add it up because we rested.
Yeah, you went back to Roomstrom's facility. You
drank
chilled.
tea.
You had some tea and coffee. Played with a kid.
Okay.
You totally had downtime.
Okay, well then I'm not as stressed about taking damage at this point. So if you're sitting at 6 HP, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that would have been freaky. I can understand that. So yeah, now y'all took the 6 though. But you can hear the gun starting to cycle back up again.
I'm going to shoot one.
I'd like to shoot one too.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll. Both of you had initiative for it, so you can just roll.
And I'm going to use... Oh, I have this...
Oh, by the way, what's
I'm going to say this
damage
before.
reduction?
I'm using energy manipulation for the judge.
All right.
I would like to leap and cut it with my katana.
All right. We'll let them settle
cool.
first, and then you're
What
after.
did you say the thing was?
20.
Oh, no. Well,
I rolled
No.
a 27.
Okay.
I missed.
Okay, so she shoots and she misses, but you see the judge begin to glow an eerie red, almost smoking from this much energy going through it as it blasts off a gigantic energy wave that completely blasts one of these turrets off the wall, just gone. The one that is left, you said you wanted to jump up. You saw her miss it.
Yeah.
She's shooting at the wall around it. This gun that she has is just not as
I'm going to try to
advanced
hit
as
it.
some of the others.
Might not succeed, but I'm going to try.
All right, so it's 20.
That's a 2 plus 8.
I got a 4. That's why.
You run up the wall with your katana and you're trying to slice at it, but it is going to go ahead and blast you down, and it's going to deal out 6.
I shot it and hit it.
All right, you hit it. So the second one, after it hits him, he falls to the ground. You shoot it with a sniper rifle, and it is out. So
it's
the
out.
2 turret guns are gone now.
Question about damage reduction. What exactly is
It's like soak.
That's your soak. That's your
it?
shield.
Ew, I need to use my eraser here a little bit. That's not
Okay,
as bad.
so
Yeah.
current situation: turrets are gone, 2 steel doors shut. Haven't been able to hack in yet.
Yeah, and then of course, like Dirk is with us too, right?
No, he blew up the hole to you getting out. Really,
Why
you
would
climbed down the cistern. He blew up the hole.
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
Why did you do that, Dirk?
So,
There,
I have a question.
I'm not here right now.
I have Mindcom with you.
Oh yeah, he does. So I guess that means you're still alive, right?
There are many 4-2s, but just so you know, yes, this particular unit survived your assault.
All those people you were with.
Don't tell him.
Creepy kid with the one arm.
Don't tell him.
There are now 2 of them.
There's 2 creepy kids with
Yes.
one arm.
Oh wait, now there are 3. Why did you blow us up?
How is he
Dirk?
multiplying?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know how he's multiplying.
Who paid you?
Oh, tons of people paid me. But really, it was a threat. I took out the threat.
What is the threat?
Well, there's the crazy lady in her sewers.
I'm not a threat. I help orphans.
growing trees. And then there's little Mr. Psychosis missing his arm. He's an unknown. Had to take care of that. And then you got the detective. He's just a wild card.
Do you remember our deal?
Yeah, you're going to pay me money to kill the lady, but not
Yes,
kill the lady.
I'm going to pay you money now. I'm transferring the funds. 60 million.
Awesome. What do you want me to do?
Whatever I say.
All right.
And I activate the nanobots in your brain.
Get 4-2.
Oh, no. All right. So,
So now that he's nanobotted, you could just transfer that money back, right?
he
You
just
can
doesn't
spend
care.
it however I say.
He'll do whatever he wants to do. All right. So, yeah, you've got a 4-2 up top. Well, underground up top in the upper tunnel. What would you like
This is
him
why
to do?
4-2 is like the scariest character.
Nothing right
Do we
now.
know about this?
No, this
No.
is all going on inside
Go
his
home,
shiny head.
buy your wife some flowers. Tell her you love her. I don't know.
I guess this 4-2 just flies back to the 4-2 compound.
Actually,
totally
no.
true.
You're the only
Yeah,
thing
because
scarier
Just
than
has
the
some
Fortune
nanobot
Still
character I
looks
can
like
think of is the
himself
Bolt.
for
Okay.
now.
So you want to just keep him looking like
Just
himself?
basically,
I
that's
think
what
I
he's
do want to
doing.
keep him looking like himself, just so
Assimilating
that he
everything.
can command that whole battalion, and return to I can't remember. his
Runestrom.
name. Roomstrom, not Nordstrom's. Roomstrom.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have all these contacts, both with all the orphans and with pretty much all the organizations all around.
Can you give me a
Gloria.
list of those organizations?
Can I no?
I can
Can
take the
I
list from you.
contact Remy and have him pull from those to see if anybody has any information about this? How to get through this door?
Roll for the
I mean,
contact.
obviously, it's not going to take forever. I mean, it's going to take a while, but
Roll for the contacts. If you succeed, I'll allow a bonus on further hacking on the doors.
well, I don't have any hacking skill. But
No, you don't.
what
I'm saying you're
am I
giving up
rolling
information. You're rolling for the contacts to see if there's any information on these doors. If you succeed, I will allow a bonus on anybody else rolling a hacking
right, I
on the
heard
door.
you. Is that charisma? What am I rolling here?
I have a question.
This is off your contacts. This is just for you to know,
That's a contact
Didn't-
skill.
baby.
What?
Gonna finish the sentence. It's this information that you're trying to seek out and find out of contacts. You're not actually talking to anybody, so we're not gonna have you roll charisma for it. Just roll it off intel because it's basically like investigating the situation.
My intel is 2.
That sucks.
That's not what I run my contacts off of. That's why I'm asking.
You can be charismatic on the telephone, I guess.
I have 7 wisdom and 8 charisma.
All right. I guess if you're calling somebody, you can roll it as charisma. You're talking to them. You're trying to convince them to help you out.
I guess because I assumed that that's how I got the contacts in the first place was
All right. So
charisma.
you're trying to beat a 25.
No, I have a 20 something 3.
23, no bonuses.
Correct. Because we've got contacts everywhere, so I'm
Okay, so nobody's
seem
just
like it
picking
would
up
be
right now. You're not able to get a hold of
difficult.
anybody right now. Anybody else? What do you got?
We're gonna try and hack the door again.
I am going to do something I should have done the first time. Dust for fingerprints to see if there's a sequence of numbers.
All right, so roll your detective skill. 25 is your goal.
It's a good detective skill.
No. Just one under. 24 out of 25.
But I saw what he was doing, and
Yeah, you saw what he was doing.
I'm gonna try and scan for any kind of DNA samples left on the keypad.
Okay, same difficulty rating.
You could do it 4-2. I'm no
2-5.
I'm no help here.
Depending on what he does.
4-2 has failed. No
4-2
DNA
has failed. He doesn't find any DNA.
detected.
I'm hacking, and I got a 27.
Okay, so in that, you beat the 25 scale on finding information on hacking into it.
Okay.
So that will give a bonus towards hacking into it. Now that lowers the difficulty rating by 5. So if anybody else can now additionally beat that 25 to assist him on the hack, we might be having some traction here. So he is successfully in it. He's got half the encryptions going in his favor right now. So anybody else that has any kind of hacking skills or intelligence can try to assist him in the hack.
Not I.
Almost
said
like teamwork.
I could plug into you.
You could
And then
plug
I could-
into him and assist his hacking.
I'll assist your hacking.
Do you want
Then
him to
roll.
plug into you?
I won't do anything.
He's
nefarious.
already kind of
Mhm.
been sim-teched by Solaris. So
It's 24. Oh wait. Do I have a hacking skill?
I think you have something similar.
I have Simtech.
That would, I think that's.
I can encrypt things. I have firewall replication. The closest thing is Simtech.
I think
but
your
don't think that's-
Simtech is what we.
that would give you
what
a
we were doing it
1.
off
So that
of.
would get you at 25.
Is that what we're going for?
Yes.
I think you just named it.
So you poured it into Soul's Hammer. That's your skill, right? You
Yeah,
have a skill that
and
you're
I-
proficient in.
I did math. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I did
So
math.
that's 25. So the two of you successfully managed to hack the door.
All right, and 4-2 is like up
The
top.
one steel door opens. I'm just
Don't
kidding.
leave me
Both
hanging.
steel door
he
opens.
really wants to high five somebody.
Okay.
Clank.
Right.
Good work,
Cool,
team.
bro.
All right. Now, as both of these steel doors open up, you see what appears to be a large lab facility. Several malfunctioning computer structures in it, monitor stations that are broken down and aged, tree roots growing through everything, but you do see one cylindrical pod in the distance, like those cryo chambers that you're so used to seeing.
I go and check it.
All right, so you run on over there. You notice that it is kind of like frozen over, got some old chipped off nameplate on it,
What can I make out of the nameplate that's still there?
an S.
Don't open that pod. Can I roll perception to see anything else
Hmm?
in the room? I'm not concerned with the pod.
Yeah, overall.
Can I try to wipe some frost off the glass covering to see who's in it?
Yeah.
What would that be?
Just roll perception to see if you can see, if you understand who it is, or if you recognize who it is.
16?
16.
I hate all this math.
And that's wisdom, right?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, 13.
All right, so you can tell that it's a male humanoid, Caucasian, medium build, athletic. No real discernible scars or features other than the fact that he seems to be pretty young.
Is he bald?
Currently. Has no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no hair, no
'Cause I
facial
haven't
hair.
Had time to grow yet.
Yeah, he's still cooking.
I'll go up there and see if I can see who it is.
Okay.
Or recognize.
So roll perception for it. Wisdom.
Did I see anything?
It's not going to be
16?
investigation. It's not going to be an investigation.
Investigation. You can
Yeah.
use that.
And difficulty is what?
20.
I got a 20.
So you meet it. You can tell that the structure of the cheekbones, jawline, he looks to be about 20 years old. He does appear familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on it, other than he does not look like Stein. He does not look like Alistair. He does not look like Julian.
Is he in like one of those tubes, or
Yes,
is it filled with liquid?
it is filled with embryonic liquid.
I go up to one of the computer consoles
Okay.
and I try and figure out if there's any information on what exactly it is, like DNA structure or anything like that.
You'll have to try and reroute the circuitry of the broken computers because there are tree roots growing through a lot of it. I will let you attempt that. So that's going to be your challenge rating at 25 to try and rebuild some of the circuit boards to get some of the memory coming back for you. All right?
Could I get an assist?
You could try to get an assist, but Soul's Hammer is usually pretty busy trying to shoot things.
Is there something
I-
that needs to be
But
shot?
I'm not electronics savvy. I'm hacking savvy, so I can't really help you rebuild the computers.
Let me try and see
I
what
have
I
zero
can do.
skills in computers.
Perfectly fine. Not everybody has to work on the computer if they don't want
Can
to.
I keep looking around?
You sure can. It's just still going to be set at a 20, so
You said 25?
25 for you, 20 for just general perception.
I did not. I failed to fix the computer.
I see stuff.
All right, so you can tell that just about 10 to 20 feet beyond where they're at this cryopod, there seems to be more pulsating plant life thriving in that back corner, and it almost seems to be blooming and blossoming into little flowers and such.
Can I read the name on the thingy?
Like I said, the nameplate's kind of scratched off. You can make out there's an S, and you can kind of see the number 2.
Yes, S2.
Some space
Stew.
between it.
Is there a button to release it?
To reach the
There does seem to be a lever to the left side of it that would be an emergency release.
I release it.
I'm gonna pull out my gun
sure
and
that's a
back
good
away,
idea?
but not the direction of the pulsating plant things.
Okay, so you're backing away from him, the tube, and the plants.
I'm also gonna
Travis,
tell
is
him that
a-
there's
do you
pulsating
think
plants
that's a good
over there.
idea?
All right, so she's screaming out, there's pulsating
that
plants
too.
in the
What can
back
you do?
corner. She's backing away
I
as
see
you
lots of
hear
weird
the
stuff on this
hiss.
planet, dude.
She's got a gun out, I just said that. You can hear the hiss and release of steam and kind of like a cryo freeze smoke as it releases out from the tube, and the panel starts to crack and break free and releases this unnamed individual, Stu, I believe as you put it, S2, Stu.
Stu. I would like to get a sample of DNA.
So you're not injecting him, you're just
I'm just
taking a sample.
taking a sample.
Pretty easy. He seems to fall to the floor. He doesn't seem to be defending himself or attacking anybody. So you do take a sample. Now,
It's painless.
she screamed out as she's backing away with her gun that there are aggressive-looking plants behind him, about 10 to 20 feet. He falls to the ground in a pool of the cryo-embryonic fluids
I will try.
in what Alden gave him.
I go to talk to him. Or try to.
I'm dragging the unconscious body away.
Okay.
To imagine
So-
he's not awake, right?
You're trying to drag him.
Yeah.
You're trying to talk to him. If you're trying to talk to him, he doesn't seem to be asleep or anything, but he doesn't seem to have a lot of willpower of his own. So you can try to roll for charisma. Difficulty 20.
Oh, no. Holy hell. Son of a Chippewa, I made it. 23.
Wow, you're feeling very charismatic.
So you're starting to try to connect with him. Somehow your experience in dealing with cloned sons and cloned friends and cloned enemies is giving you some sort of empathy towards this person. So as you're trying to talk to him, you yell, Stu, listen to me. I'm Detective McTavish. You can tell that there is eye tracking. He's looking at you. He doesn't seem angry. He seems calmed by you, but he does not respond with any kind of verbal cues. He seems nonverbal.